But let's get started with let's get into it with the Sith element, man.
Yeah, let's do it,
bro. What a time, right? This recent episode of Andor. Well, we had a couple things. We got Andor, and then we were talking offline kind of about some Acolyte news, and I don't know if we could have enough time to get into that. But at the end of the day, they have some casting news, and we can look into what we think who may be who or who may be what. But Andor just happened, and I told you when last time we finished recording that I'm over. Like to this point now, I'm not even in a situation where I'm like, okay, this is gonna be I'm basing everything I like about the show on a week-to-week basis. Like I'm over that. I trust the show now. So it's like if it's not good enough, if the episode don't hit like the one before, I'm not holding it to some unfair standard, right? Because it's a season, so I'm not gonna get all bent out of shape. Like, well, this one wasn't that good, and because it's easy to happen, right? It's easy to happen. I trust the show, but damn, like I mean, from the beginning, the performance. I wanted to bring this up kind of in our kind of like one of our early conversations about or just we were talking another topic we had. This makes me like Diego Luna more because he in there with talent.
Yeah.
And he ain't like even if he gets the great stuff, Andy Serkis is killing it.
He's so intense, man. Yeah.
He like the way he can make his faces where like he mad, but he's smiling, or he may be he may be happy, but he got the mean face. Like the way he can, you're insane. But he was like smiling when he said it, and he know when to deliver it. He putting on an incredible performance, and I'm like the times that he's interacting with Andor, I'm like Cassian Luna's not really getting like. Obviously, it's Andy Serkis, right? Even when he gets scenes with Skarsgård and Luton, but like, we still moving along. like Diego Luna right there. He getting busy. Yeah. Even in the small little stuff. I just noticed that. Like, I was like, when we get to the opening scene and they're sitting there. Now we post them getting the body of the old guy that had passed away.
Yeah,
and they realize and Diego and Cassian trying to tell what's my character
Kino. Yeah,
he trying to tell him like, hey, first of all, get yourself together, right? But we not getting out of here, man. We not getting out of here.
Ain't no program. Ain't no release.
And Kino shook. First of all, he like, we need to get a plan. You just told me it's no more than 12 soldiers at any given time. We got to get a plan. You're insane. Like, how you gonna? Then he did like, how we gonna do this without a plan? And then Cassian tell him like, this is what we gonna do. But like, just how they moving along and is with the shit that and I'm gonna stop talking. But the way that Kino just making these facial expressions, then even I left last episode thinking like, oh, it's on site now. He ready, but he wasn't.
Nah, he was shook.
He was still trying to compute this in his head.
Yeah.
Then that's when they walked back to they walked back to they kind of dorm little areas, and they got off the floor right before it went hot. Like right before it went hot. And Cassian like, tell him. Man, Kino he's still shook. He got the straight face. And he just went like, we're not getting whatever. I don't know if I want to say the wrong line, but something like, we're not getting out. We're not leaving. Some shit like that. I'm like, oh, it's on.
Because he had found out that there was like, wait a minute, because I want to get ahead, because is this when he found out that they actually don't like you? It didn't matter that he had 212 days left or whatever.
Because they knew like last episode, we left last episode with them knowing that somebody had finished their time, right? But they ended up sending, what we found out is that you don't get released. You just get sent to like another section of the prison. But they actually, even though you go into another section, they sent them to like the wrong other section, like still in that same kind of, he probably was like a fifth floor person on, because it has so many. Remember, we saw we saw the building and we see at the end that it's like just an imperial symbol kind of deal. Mm-hmm. So he probably should have been sent to the West Wing. He stayed on the East Wing. He just went to the second floor. And once everybody knew, like, oh, this is the same dude. Also, we don't get released. They killed the whole floor.
Damn.
They wiped the floor like so, but
yeah,
news still got out.
Yeah.
Then that's when the doctor told him like, no one gets out of here. Like,
yeah.
Like he only had 40 days left. Like, man, be thankful that he got because he wasn't going any. Him leaving, he's leaving better than everyone else because he was not getting out of here. No matter his 40 days, like your shift on because you do your time, you're not going home, and that's what Keno had believed the entire time.
Man,
so he was still trying to reconcile that fact. Like this can't be this whole. I've been playing the good soldier. I'm just trying to get. I'm leading my men, trying to get my men. I'm trying to have them not mess it up for me, but I'm trying to make sure they stay safe as well. Just put your head down, do your job, you'll get out of here. And then he finally recognized, what's the name of trying to tell him, like, no, we not, Cassie an agitator, right?
Yeah.
He's an agitator. Like,
he really is.
Not, hey, man, hey, yo, snap out of it. We not going nowhere. We not going, he just, hey, man. And then we got to that realization when he was sitting there like, no, we're not getting out of here. We're not getting out of here. So we need to figure out a plan about the morning how to get out of here.
It's so deep, bro.
And he sold it, all that reconciliation, he just sold in his face.
Yeah.
Like I knew what he was thinking without him saying it because his face told me that. And that's how we start the show.
Right.
That's how we start the show. Like, oh, okay, we picking up right where we left. And now they have to figure out a plan. They have to execute the plan on getting out of here. And their plan to get out of here was based upon the fact that they had an opening because my man died. They have to replace him.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way that we can get out of here is when that
elevator thing
when the elevators start to come down. And we need to
not electrified.
Yeah. Because it's not electrified because they bring a dude down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he ain't got no shoes on. Dude got his boots on, but we know it's cool. But we need to short out the floor and stop this elevator before, so we can make our move. Right. That's the plan. So now we seen what Cassian, you good?
Yeah, I'm just gonna close the door. Yeah, no.
Now we know what Cassian was doing the entire time when he was chipping away at the pipe.
The water pipe, yeah.
He's chipping away at the pipe. And him getting the pipe, and ultimately based around being able to get that water, the water to hit the floor, then ultimately when they turn that on, it would short out. After it flared up, it would then short out the floor.
Hold on. Hello? Huh? You said what? I'm back. I'm recording. No, not yet. All right. Like, damn.
You good? We won't hold this too long.
No, we good.
Yeah. So that's how we going, and this is now we get into the part of the prison break, right? We have the element where they're now they start asking the floor is flooded. They done stopped the elevator. They throwing wrenches and all that at the top. Even the dude that was getting put on the floor then took a hold of a little shocker, shocked the guy who catch it. He ended up catching one to the chest, like, real quick.
Yeah, he did, man. And then one of the bulls got he got shocked. You know what I mean? He was doing the slide.
One dude he didn't make it through.
He's doing the original
the electric slide.
The original Genuine and shit. Like when you
Genuine used to slide into his stanky leg. It was like the first version of the stanky leg, but that involves sliding first.
Yeah. So
he didn't make it. And then, which was crazy because Keno was still on the floor, but the floor had shorted before he can get it. When he looked up, and then when he was like, attack,
that man was so.
They get busy, because when you get to the thing and you watch this, it's like, okay, man, you can't keep. How you gonna break out? Like, you gonna break out? We know you gonna break out, but how you gonna sell it to me that y'all break out?
Right, bro. They took all.
How you gonna sell me that you gonna break out? Like, is it gonna be too intricate of a plan, or it's like, wow, a lot of things had to go right to make, like sometimes, like, man, a lot of things. It's like the boat scene in Jedi when Luke freed everybody. Like, man, a lot of things had to go right. It was a great moment. But man, then a lot of things had to go right for you to free Han and get Leia and all of that, right? Because a lot of things had to go right. But it's a great man. It's one of the great cinematic moments ever. I'm not trying to take shots at Jedi. But yeah, this right here, they get out, but then like they start going, they're able to make everybody that make it, like little homie with the braids, he catch one to the chest.
Yeah.
Little brother, he catch it to the chest. But they start making it up the floors, and then what they're able to do at that point in time, they dealing with, and then I love this side of the Empire. Like, yeah, as much as I'm seeing, I like in seeing like, wow, we get to see like how the everyday man is impacted by the Empire. What I like to see is that some of these people are just doing jobs. Like some exactly they're not really like everybody not a stormtrooper. Yeah. Everybody not everybody don't have force. It's only the Sith are not even. I mean, the Empire not even force people, right?
Nah.
Right. That's how I show y'all incredible Palpatine was, because he only needed no more than 2, no more, no less, right? Yep. He not doing it with a bunch of force sensitive people under his umbrella. Like it's him and Vader. Everybody else is part of the organ. They're part of the whatever. So you got some people that's hitting it for trying to come up, but most people just us a job. So those are like COs, but they really wasn't about that action.
Nah, B. Nah, they wasn't.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
You see that. Like I had a bunch of people like in my unit, like they got out, when they're being in reserves and they being in the National Guard, or whatever, they might go be COs somewhere. And it's thousands of prisoners, and it's like 12 of them.
It's a great point, man. A lot of these dudes, they doing jobs, bro.
Just being COs and
they
applied and got hired, and they had to go out to that. Yeah,
they don't follow no edicts or anything like that.
Yeah.
Or especially in this scenario, even though like I talk about that all the time. Like, man, the emperor was a psychopath. You know what I mean? The other dudes was just military. Like, this the highest rank I can get to. I'm a Grand Moff. Or I'm a
they tactical.
I'm direct.
They were definitely tactical.
Yeah,
you had those elements, but they wasn't like
they went on no. I want to subjugate the entire galaxy, and they weren't in it for the Sith. Is what I'm saying.
Some people thought they were like actually right. They were doing it. They were part of that cause. Like, and the way they got sold to them, especially in that, was like, hey, we had separatists. The Jedi were bad. Right. Yeah. Like they included all of them in the same faction. So they thought they were like keeping peace and order.
Yeah, like I say, in Legends,
some of it was just a job.
And, right, like in Legends, like you said, people thought they was right. A lot of people agreed. Like we seeing now, like a lot of people against the Empire because we at the heart of the rebellion. We people don't really they haven't seen both sides yet. They just only see the Empire. They haven't, and it's the Separatists, and then it was the Empire for like 20 years. They haven't seen the New Republic yet.
Yeah.
In Legends, the New Republic kind of declines after a certain point.
Okay.
And the Empire comes back.
Yeah.
Just the Empire this time. No Emperor, no Sith.
Yeah.
And this shit is like they end up coming together, and because they get a bigger threat that they have to fight against to the galaxy. Okay. The Empire makes a return, and what I'm saying, because it's built so well, so efficient that it can basically run on its own. It doesn't need an emperor. It doesn't need you know what I mean. But yeah,
on that level, it took out the Jedi. Right? They took out the Jedi efficiently too. Efficiently, right? So like, and then probably you see with these, even what I would imagine, just even with these shows, or just even like this time period, it probably like I'm watching I'm doing a Clone Wars watch, right? And what you start seeing is that like when somebody and you start seeing that probably everything was cool until they start coming into the area and then like taking like, okay, we go take your resource. We gonna come to Ferrix and just bunker down, and if y'all got something, we coming to get it. We wasn't doing that until like later on, and then it's like, okay, we don't want that, right? Yeah. Like that's what the Separatists were doing. You supposed to stop us from doing that, and then y'all started doing it. You start seeing things like that. But just back to the show, and not to continue over, repeating myself. It's just not usually what's saying. Well, as they're going through this prison break, and as they're going to different floors and freeing the floor and just but it's just when they get to that moment when they get to the top, right? When they get to the top, and it's just Andor and it's Kino. And I actually thought this was incredibly dope before even the speech. that they didn't fall in and go right in and say this, because they were showing it that this, like, well, Andor's really running this.
Yeah.
Andor's running this, bro.
Yes, they've established him as the leader.
He was running this, but
yeah,
all that shit that needed to be said needed to come from Kino.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, he gave him his like flowers in that moment, right?
You do this. This is
you.
Like, this is you.
You've been waiting on this. You know, you've been trying to get out of here this whole time. Yeah, he gave him this moment.
Everybody look up to you. They listen to you. I'm a shooter.
Yeah, that's what it is. Hey, bro, I'm in the wet work, bro.
Yeah,
you know I shoot people, bro. You better with the words.
Yeah, this you, man. Like
I'm an action guy. Yeah,
you the leader, man. You the leader, and these people need to hear this from you. They need to hear this from you. They respect you, and I'm like, oh, okay, because they could have easily just let Andor go with the power of the people kind of motive.
That was a brilliant moment because you're right.
To be Kino, and I thought that was
he had to be Kino because it was like he recognized in that moment, or at least this is how I see it. I feel like he recognized in that moment, like, man, look, Kino got to do this because some of these people might get cold feet.
Yeah,
but if it come from Kino,
yes,
who been running them this whole time, it's probably gonna come across like, you know what I mean? This is a leader of men right here.
A leader of men.
Before he got here and while he was here, he was a leader of men. So it's like, if they hear this coming from him, it's more likely that we can succeed and get out of here. Because this could have turned into a mess where it could have been like
just a regular riot.
Yeah.
And then they going against each other and all that shit.
And you got people just standing there like, nah, man, I ain't
Yeah.
You know, and then eventually the Empire coming there. You know what I mean? He recognized that, hey, man, we don't really got that much time to do this. So Kino, hey, talk to the people. Talk to the people.
Yo, think about that. Light skin really wasn't even ready. Remember little light skin, little nose dude?
Yeah.
He was like, I'm already dead. I'm already dead. Like, yeah, he was, you know what I'm saying? Like he was hearing it from Andor at that point in time and the little teammates, right? Like we could have had more of that. It was better to be galvanized by coming from Kino. And then Kino wasn't really, I wonder when we get to the part of what happens to the end, I wonder if that was foreshadowed by his kind of like the way he was talking in the beginning, because he obviously knew he wasn't gonna make it. Right. He couldn't swim. He wasn't gonna see the end. And it was kind of parallel with what Luther was saying when we get to that. But I just wondered, like, after I saw the end, I was like, because he got to telling his speech, he get going and he hella subdued. And Andor, look, that's the best you can do. Come on, man.
That's the line right there.
I heard you doing better in on shift when we was on program.
Damn, that is incredible television. Is that the best you can do? And he said it with the accent too.
Yeah. Is
that the best you can do?
Yeah, and he full on in his accent, man. Like, we gonna let you roll with that. Do that.
He said.
Like, he didn't have that much accent in Rogue One, did he? He had it, but it wasn't like this.
Nah, he sound like, man, he's not a local in this one, boy. Man,
he probably like, I wish I could do Rogue One again,
over again. Yes,
man,
have you seen that lately? Oh, bro, he look completely different in Rogue One. Bro. His haircut different, bro.
He's obviously he's slimmer, but like he's stiffer, man. Like he like he been hanging around Mon Mothma.
Yeah. He reformed.
He should have been around Saul, but go ahead.
Yeah,
he was around the wrong faction, but he was he definitely way more like outgoing. You know my line. Yeah. How is he gonna act it down?
Exactly.
I kind of want to see how they're gonna act it down. To the point where he get to the end. But
no, go ahead. You said
no. So, just when he was in that speech. At
this point,
go ahead. My bad.
No, go ahead.
Nah, and they just giving that speech, and then this is when he get to the part. He telling everybody, "Have you seen anybody falling? You pick them up." This, that, and the third. But he get into his chant, "One way out, one way out." Right, like it's the title of the show. That's what this show is called. It's episode 10, "One Way Out," and then that becomes the calling for everyone. So everyone just starts chanting that shit as they trying to get out. One way out. Each floor, and they just take a, you know, Andor. He got bodies. Everybody else kind of beating up. They might shoot. Andor taking people out. Shoot. Only him and his pilot dude that's gonna be in Rogue One. Was it Michi? Yeah. Him and the guy he escaped with at the end. Yeah. He got bodies too.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Michi was it?
Yeah, that's his man. It's the guy. Yeah, the guy he escaped with. Remember they was running at the end. That's his bro. That's his man's. Well, I don't know if it's man's, but he in Rogue One too. This is obviously where they built thing. He's one of the guys. Yeah. So he got bodies too. Everybody else is kind of beating up and yelling and scaring people. They take people out, right? But within this arc, we get to the end. So they and then they get to that point where like it was like when I seen them run into the, so they done figured out the way. Now they heading out, and you see that they got the water. So then it's like, hey man, why y'all jumping off the 8th floor? Why don't y'all just go down a little bit? Y'all can jump off the 3rd or the 2nd floor. But maybe he would have made it. But they coming off 8, and it was like, at that point in time, I'm like, I think they stuck. Right? I think they stuck. I would lose all my shit because I can't swim. Right?
Yeah.
So I lose all my shit.
I can swim, but
and
damn,
I'm afraid
man,
of heights and shit too. Like that level, I fear falling. Like, right?
But they jumped in like the ocean. Like, I guess it's not
real. This is like,
this
is like imperial waters. Like, we just know ain't some kind of one of them kind of like fish. You know, they got to have some marine, some extreme marine life. You know, in the outer rim. Like they ain't just got like some goldfish in there. No, it gotta be
you saw us in the ocean and start episode 1, bro. Fucking alligators and fish,
always a bigger
jellyfish. It's always a bigger fish. Bro, I'm not getting in the water. Get up. I'm not getting in these waters. No, you can't swim. Don't want to swim. You can't swim. No, don't want to swim. No. I can't even get the Jedi thing and shit.
I need that jump, man. Oh, that was in episode 1, man.
Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, what's his name, man? Damn, what's his name again? Oh shit. What's Sark character? What's
what in this show?
Yeah, what was his name again?
Lutheran?
No. I'm sorry. Andy Serkis's character, man.
Kino.
Hey man, Kino said, because the way he looked, he like, nah, can't swim. Can't. What you say? Can't swim. What you say? Don't want to swim.
Don't want to swim.
I ain't getting this, bro. Star Wars waters? Nah.
Hey man, that shit that was in the thing about the stuff that was in Naboo, it was healthy with marine life, bruh. So it wasn't like you might escape the one thing, and then something else was showing up. Like, hey, them going some Gungans. That's why they had to build that bubble down there. Like, bro,
hey man, it's city down there, bro.
Down here, bro. It's too rough. Like you can't be just swimming in Star Wars water, man.
Nah, bro. He said, nah, can't swim. Huh? I'm not gonna swim. What? I'm not getting in that water. I'd rather stay here and die.
Hey man, you'll see me as Snoke later, man. I am not getting in that water.
They're gonna bring me back. Like what?
I'm gonna have a trophy room. It's just gonna be all red. It's gonna be Sith red. We good. It's good. That water, I'm not that. I'd rather be in the Sith than jump in that shit. Man. Y'all, we're gonna find out a lot of them didn't make it.
If you ain't a Jedi with that breather,
that apparatus,
they like,
and they got that Jedi swim, don't they? Like it always go like
wide body with the Force and shit. Oh man,
what you say? Wide body with the Force?
You need a wide berth with the Force.
It's all they swimming is like that, man.
Oh man,
there ain't no other way, man. That is funny, man. You can't be messing around in them Star Wars waters, man. Not anybody in water.
Somebody said that was like. Did they ever say the planet that was on?
Oh, I don't ever remember hearing the name of the planet. I don't ever remember that being the name.
Nah, you can't get that.
I would like to look that up now. See, I'll look on Wikipedia.
It better not be on Naboo, bro.
They better not be on Naboo, man, because
ain't no way them people made it, bro.
And then when I tell you
that the planet, they said the planet because they was running on the planet at the end. I forgot I have to look it up. But
and it had the trinary moons.
Yeah, somebody knew the planet.
Yeah, so that was just that whole, and even Andy selling as we laughing and shit, but him even selling it like, I can't swim, right? Like, and then Andor can't do anything about it.
Nah,
right? He can't do anything because like he probably was thinking about, I'll help. You know what I'm saying? So, but he got bumped off. Like, come on, man, we about to do this. We gonna make it. But like, he can't even do that, and then he get bumped off, and then so who's to say that Kino didn't get bumped off and that whole crew just running through and knocked him off, and he just didn't make it. But I like that. I hope we don't know. I don't want to get into the next episode and we see him trapped, and then we know what's about to happen. I understand you could do that. I just don't want that to be the thing.
Yeah, don't do that.
Just
Kino
just let us not know. It's off screen.
Yeah, in my mind, Kino died.
He didn't make it. Yeah.
He came back. Empire found out that place got rioted, and they killed Kino. Man.
Yeah, because or
send him to another prison.
And it seems too early in their process. Just to keep it a buck and get this out the way, it seems too early in their process that they started talking about cloning like that.
Yeah.
Right. Like I know they brought it up in the Mandalorian because of the fact what they were doing with Grogu, what they wanted to do with Grogu, and they talked about that. I think it was talked about it in season 2. And
what did he say? All I wanted was his blood. Why you say it like that, bro?
Hey, man, I just saw an interview with him. He's so extra, man. Great actor, man. He's so extra.
His blood.
They was asking him about the helmets. They did a season 3 kind of panel. He was talking just like that.
A little of his blood.
You may go. You know, like, you may go. He's standing there with the saber over Grogu, like, you may go. You promise not to. He just so extra how he talk. I gotta get me a Giancarlo impression. All I wanted.
Nigga named Giancarlo, man.
All I wanted was a drop.
It's a great name.
That boy crazy, man. But
all I wanted was a drop of his.
Yeah, but that kind of arc ended with that, and really, even though we had a Mothma scene, which was dope. Don't get me wrong, that Mothma scene was dope in terms of like that's just like that back and forth she was having with the dealer dude.
Man,
right?
Very interesting character, man. He stuck out, bro.
He did. So like, man, and he calling her bluff like, oh, you need this bread, so you figure it out. I want my son to meet your daughter.
He wouldn't even he literally wouldn't take no for an answer. She said no, but he was like, I mean, just call me when you're ready.
But think about the line he said when she said, like, I've already thought about it. He said, no, that's the first untruthful. We say that's the first lie he told all.
Oh, what did he say? First, that's the first
truthful thing. Yeah, untruthful thing. You said this whole conversation, some line like that. But it slapped, right? It slapped. And it's like low on the like slap lines in the show, right? Like you had his line and you had the Kino line, but then the real one is when we get to my guy Luthen, right? So we had this whole other arc. Again, one I'm gonna take credit for that one. I said that dude with the mustache is spot.
Yeah.
I said they keep showing him.
Yeah.
His name Lloyd. I said they keep that's a crazy regular name for Star Wars, right?
I know, yeah.
Lloyd. So that's a crazy regular name for Star Wars. But for them to but he was sticking out, right? I'm not going. I just said that. I mean, the wrong things I say, so I'm not going. Somebody tell you like I told you. It was like you got 95 things,
right? Chill out, bro. You're not Nostradamus out this month,
but you need to chill. But like seeing that, he start going down that alley in the depths of Coruscant, so we know what's about to happen. Like, oh, he about to meet Luthen. That's what I'm thinking. Like, oh, this is his moment. Like, he about to do this, and then we just get like that virtuoso performance when it comes to in this element where he's like he telling him he's out. Well, first of all, Luthen shake him, right? He get the earpiece, put the earpiece in his ear. Luthen instantly shakes him like, "Hey, congratulations on your daughter." Dude shook already, like. I haven't talked to you for a year. You keep it. They haven't talked in a year, like voice, face to face or whatever. And you keeping tabs on me like that. Old dude from Lloyd, he trying to give like his last little bit of gifts before he get out. Hey, Deirdre's on such and such. He's on what's his name? Or what's the guy's name that they done got his pilot? They trying to trap him. The separatists. rebel guy, right? I keep forgetting his name, but they have his pilot. Saul brought him up, and Saul sunned him. Saul was like, I ain't about to help this dude. Like, if Saul was there with this guy, Saul be about to take this L. We gonna get there in a minute, but that's who Luther is trying to get him to help him out. But the guy's like, hey man, this ISB female, this Deirdre, she's on this trail. She thinks she know this guy named Axis. We know who Axis is. Hey, they own Aldani. They think Axis did it. He ain't holding up. Here you go. I'm out.
He say,
going nowhere.
He say, what do you mean by that?
You know, he got that drawl, a Norwegian drawl.
There's no, I can't really do. Yeah, man.
Hey, it's a thing you want to do, but he dropped down. I can't let you go.
This whole thing about being out.
And he was like, "You don't care about me." What was it? He started
going
like,
line, bro. I sent you the
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now. I was trying to pull it up on my screen, but
what do you say?
Because I want to. He get the going. You want to read that off, but he get the going like, "Hey man, you don't care about anything.
Yeah,
you don't care about me at all." He's like, "You don't care about what I've sacrificed." And he's like, "Man, we've been grooming you for 8 years. You know, I think about you all the time. Like, what is your sacrifice?"
Damn.
He's like, you got time to listen.
You're right.
He's like, you got time to listen.
Where do I start?
You got it up?
No, hold on. What he said? He said, damn. Where's my tweet?
I got it right here.
You got to go ahead.
Yeah. He's like, what do you sacrifice? My man said, calm, kindness, kinship, love. I've given all up. He said, I've given up all chance at inner peace. I made my mind a sunless place. I share my dreams with ghosts. Oh, God damn! I had to stop it right there, bro. Like, you want to what kind of bar that is?
Let's collab on this one.
Right there.
Let me get that next one. Oh, nah, go ahead. Go ahead.
No. You go. I'm saying, I was watching TV.
Yeah,
I was watching it, and I stopped it right there. Like, God damn. Let me rewind this because he about to go in. Because when you tell somebody when you set it up, or you say I made my mind a sunless place, I share my dreams with ghosts. I said I got to rewind this. He about to go in. You know that bar about to be hot, and you're like, no, I got to take this all in again.
I was on a plane, bro.
Oh shit!
I was like looking around, like he said. Run it.
Oh, man,
not on a mixtape. On a mixtape, somebody drop a bar, they be like, "Run it back."
I'll run that back.
He say, "Man, what do you sacrifice?" He say, "Calm, kindness, kinship, love. I've given up all. I've given up all chance of inner peace. I made my mind a sunless place." I share my dreams with ghosts. I wake up every day to an equation I wrote 15 years ago, from which there's only one conclusion. I'm damned for what I do.
Hold on, stop right there. He wrote that 15 years ago. So we 5 years before the battle of when they blew up.
Yeah, so we exactly.
So he basically saying he wrote this equation at when
Order 66.
At Order 66 he wrote this equation. But go ahead. God damn.
We got
so that's a whole story in that if we want to do the math.
We got to get a Lupin origin story, bro. You gotta get
you wrote
a young Lupin story. Yeah.
You wrote that at the Are you force sensitive or something? Like, what are you?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But go ahead.
I wake up every day. All right. He say, I'm damned for what I do. My anger, my ego, my unwillingness to yield, my eagerness to fight. They set me on a path from which there's no escape. I yearn to be a savior against injustice without contemplating the cost. And by the time I looked down, there was no longer any ground beneath my feet. Man, these motherfuckers, this team right here, bro, they going in, bro, on some Star Wars, bro. But this is the part that's highlighted right here. What is my sacrifice? I'm condemned to use the tools of my enemy to defeat them. I burn my decency for someone else's future.
God damn.
I burn my life to make a sunrise that I know I'll never see. Like you said, the parallels with the prison escape, right?
Yeah. That movie.
Like a sun. You know what I mean? Just the fact that the idea of I'm not making it to the promised land, right? Even if I lead my people there, and the ego, and the ego that started this fight will never have a mirror or an audience or a light of gratitude. Goodness, so what do I sacrifice? Everything. Man, we almost got to play that back, man. Like in live action. If I knew we wouldn't get in trouble.
That last line needs need to be highlighted too. That and the ego that started this fight will never have a mirror or an audience or a light of gratitude. I ain't gonna get shit for this, man. So what do I sacrifice?
Bro.
Everything with an incredible yell.
Fam.
He sent dude back up that elevator with that shit.
He sent this dude wanted PTO, personal time.
He wanted FMLA.
This motherfucker wanted FMLA.
He wanted
to take a medical. He wanted to take a leave of absence, right?
Yeah, he wanted leave of absence.
Imagine your boss giving you this speech. You're trying to get a leave out. Hey man, I just think, man, you know what I mean? I've just been working here. What do you say? I've been working here for. I've been doing this for 5 years. What is speak up? I've been working here for. I've been working here for 5 years. I mean, I sacrificed a lot. I mean, what do you? Man, just saying, what do you sacrifice? So he gives him this. That is
kind of what Angela did to the Koye, man. Not as many words.
Like the nerve in this
moment. What do you? Yeah, it's like, what do you? What?
I'll sacrifice.
What do I sacrifice?
Husband,
I do. Yeah,
my daughter.
I yearn to be a savior against injustice without contemplating the cost. And by the time I looked down, there was no longer any ground beneath my feet. Yo, you got people writing that shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, and you see this other drivel, it's on other stuff, right? Right? And it's like, it's not that difficult, man. It's writing.
Man.
I don't care. I don't care whatever it is.
Thank you.
It's whatever you doing. The writing got to be impeccable. That's just the core. It's the core of TV.
Yes.
It's the core of movies, the writing.
All this talk about stuff. Female characters. Why is there so many, the diversity and all that? Bro, none of that shit matters, man.
It don't matter.
This shit right here is gold, bro.
You wouldn't even care about that stuff, man.
You won't even care, bro, because this shit is gold, bro. This motherfucker said, my anger, my ego, my unwillingness to yield, my eagerness to fight, they set me on a path from which there's no escape. I yearn to be a savior against injustice without contemplating the cost. And by the time I looked down, there was no longer any ground beneath my feet. Like this is his epitaph right here. Like this is for a character we didn't even know existed. Right?
Yeah. How can you just?
This is an original character, bro.
You know this shit exists. You would have
never known about this guy.
And then by this setup, and it's like, okay, we're not gonna just bring him in. We're gonna tell you, and then the slow burn throughout the series, right? We see him in the beginning, and we know he got this presence, but like, okay, is he actually just a dick, right? He don't care, like, what's his? And then you read this, and you be like, oh, this is what it's about. This explained everything.
You know exactly.
And I feel like with this show, obviously everybody hasn't got this level, and everybody can't hit those lines like he hit it. Like there's levels to performance, right? Like between actors, there's why different people get to do different things beyond just being like somebody like The Rock is a bigger star or whatever. But like I'm talking just acting. Like Rock can't hit this line. We talked about it in our last show. He can't hit a line like this, and you can't give The Rock a line like this. He ain't even looking at a line like this. But like, throughout the show, everyone has had some kind of form of a great kind of, whether it was his mom's, whether it was him, whether it was even like you see, some kind of Veil and her girl Senta, the dude he had to kill, and the guy he had in the last arc, the guy he had to kill after the Aldani heist. He had some stuff that he said, whether it was the young boy, you know what I'm saying? The young boy, like they've all had good writing.
That's the crazy part, right? Andor wasn't even here to hear this shit. This will have no bearing. It won't even. It will have no bearing on his motivation to fight the Empire.
No, none of that.
It's just to develop a character.
Yes.
Like, bro, I can't. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't look at these shows the same no more, bro. No. When y'all doing this, I'm like, y'all got to do this for everything.
That's the bar set.
The bar set.
And whatever the type of tone the show shouldn't change quality of writing, quality of character development, right?
Character development.
They don't have
That's what it's about.
And narrative. Like the things you're doing, is it part of the story? You bring Andy Serkis in and doing also and all that. Oh, this the Snoke. No. If he no longer shows up, and I wholly don't, he was incredible. But the things that he did and the things that he said fit in the story. It fit.
It wasn't. It
wasn't to have him. And I mean to cut you off right now.
No. You're right. No, you're right.
It wasn't bringing in. If you watching a show and whatever, and you bring in a popular character, it isn't just to bring them in. Does it fit in the narrative of the story? Yeah. Right? Does it fit in the narrative of the story? And then when they open their mouth, are we like, yeah, it's your job. You're a writer.
Not I know I join it, or I know I'll fight the Empire. What did Ice Cube son saying?
I can't even remember his line, but I know what you talk. I can't remember the words. But I know what you're talking about.
I'm just to your point, man. I'm just piggybacking off your point. You're right, man. Hey, man, I
don't know why they was part of the rebellion.
I still don't know. Yeah.
Right. I don't know why they were they were
in 3 episodes.
Like, I understood why Taylor did it, because they told us she was part of that. She saw an atrocity, this, that, and the third, and they were doing this, right? But like, it don't ever seem like they really still had a plan, and maybe they didn't, right? Maybe they were scrambling, but even that wasn't depicted in the writing and in the development, like, because everybody don't have a plan, right? You're just trying to survive. So I didn't know if they were hustling or surviving or whatever. Like, where are you going? Where you getting these Force sensitive or anybody out of the outreach of the Empire? Because you just can't go to a planet. Like, you have to go where they're not being monitored. You got to get with the trade blockades. Like, it's real out here with you can't just go somewhere in the planet. We're gonna go to this planet. Like, do they have a faction out here? Are they blocking the planet? The trade routes? You know how big that is in Star Wars. Like, can't just go anywhere. Like, I don't know what they were trying to do, and even where they were going. Whereas with this, every little part, we don't even know what part they were building in that situation, right? We don't know, but that was the least of the story. Imagine that. They might be building parts for the Death Star.
More than likely they were.
But that was the least of the thing that was going on. That was what the facility had going on, the people that were involved, how they needed to do this, and the realization, like, power to the people. Like, you have to take that into your own hands, right? Like, it was like a story they were telling within that, and it was like it had nothing to do with what they were building. That same little part,
bro.
It was just incredible. And then to get to the part where we get to the end, like, Luthen just show up and had to let New know, like, nah, you're not going in. Or look, this is why I do this. Yeah, you got your little problem. We can't let you go, bro. Like, honestly, I'm saving you right now, because if I let you go, I got to kill you. You too important.
You're going to have to ride this thing out, buddy.
Yeah, this is it, man. It, man. Yeah, your life changed. Glad you got the daughter. Great.
Good, man. Go home and be a family man, bro. But I'm gonna need to see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some information.
Yeah.
I need that from you. You help me out. Because what I'm doing right now ain't about winning today. I need them to start making mistakes. I need them to show their hand. And I need this thing to happen so that other people are willing to get involved with this.
Hey, big homie, man. I'm almost getting nervous, bro, because I'm like, at this point, you succeeded in your goal, right? I feel like the writers, the makers of the show. I'm kind of contemplating, like, do I need another season? I damn sure don't need 2 more seasons. I think
no.
This can be over. Y'all can wrap this up really in 1 more season. You know what I mean? And really, y'all can do it in one. Like, I get it. I get why the rebellion needed to be the way it was. I understand it. I understand what it took. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't need no more information. I'm good. It's 2 episodes left. Don't get me wrong. And I'm looking forward to them. I'm just saying, mission accomplished.
We could, and to your point, and I hate that I always bring this up, but we have another side already on the animated side with Rebels that led up to that. Like, and then we know that there's a movie at the end of this that leads up directly up to episode 4, right? We have a movie that leads up to this, and I know we're going to this lead up into this
all bases covered. Yep,
but you kind of don't, right. And you get nervous, like, and especially with these things, because these things are so hit or miss, where it's like kind of stop. Like, you know me, I'm nervous about Mandalorian season 3. Like, I just don't know how you have a season after. How you have a season after what you just did, right? Like, sometimes you just go a little bit too long.
When I saw 5, when I saw 5 and 6, I'm like, the episode 5 and 6 of Boba, where they had was Mandalorian. It was basically Mandalorian 2.1 or whatever. What is it? 2.5.
2.5. Some shit like
I was like, if that's how you continuing on, if it's gonna be they're gonna be this hot, okay. It'll be a very entertaining show, but I'm with you. I'm nervous about it.
Just nervous. Like, it looked like it's gonna be incredible.
Yeah.